Welcome to This Is the Place, brought to you by We Own This Town, where we discuss the ever-growing and shrinking bar and restaurant options here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes, what's going on? What we have?
My name is Matt. My co-host is Mickey.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Fantastic. It's a very nice day here in Nashville.
Sarcasm right out of the gate.
Dude, that's real. It's a beautiful day. It's 60 degrees, and that's all.
I guess the sun doesn't have to be out there.
I hope not. All
right. Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah. So
you've been busy, little busy bee.
Well, I'm
not necessarily going to restaurants or anything.
I was traveling. I was but we don't have to talk about
this. Might be a brief episode. We'll see. But anyway, any highlights for you in the last couple of weeks? Anything that jumps out at you? Anything? Donuts anywhere? Any drinks anywhere?
The Black Rabbit. Did you see? I think they were voted by Eater the top restaurant in Nashville. Someone has deemed the Black Rabbit the place to go.
Really?
Yes, man. Yeah, and I happened to be there just a week or so ago. But I'll have to look and see what that. Don't ask me because I don't know. But we'll save it for another time because all the year ends are coming in, all the polls. Eater, a variety of people, and they're throwing the gauntlet down and telling us what they think is the best. So we're probably gonna have to discuss that at some point.
We will. It'll be another upcoming episode.
But I went back and it was very good. The drinks were good. It was busy. The atmosphere was good. There was a big group in town from some convention.
Did you go during the week or on a weekend?
It was during the week in the evening. It was maybe a Thursday night.
Okay. Yeah.
So how about yourself? Any highlights?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I do have a highlight. I got a new record player.
Oh, yes. All right, man.
Finally, I got a new record player, and I got some new speakers, and it sounds, the records that I'm playing,
that's exciting.
Sounds great.
That's exciting.
I've been listening to
one in particular?
Daydream Nation by Sonic Youth.
There you go.
That was the first one I put on to test it out, test out the sound. Definitely been my highlight.
That's a highlight
of the last couple of weeks.
Speaking of highlights, I just got back from the Mile High City. So that's all. Go ahead.
We talk a lot about cafes on this podcast. We go to a lot of cafes. We got a lot of coffee shops and or bakeries or bakery coffee shops, depending on the signage. And
I wouldn't call them any of those. Coffee house. Done. And I don't even think
we
I've
won't
used
get back
that
into
term,
that.
so that's funny.
So you text me, I don't know, it's been probably a couple weeks.
It's been a while,
2 to 3 weeks ago, and you were slightly freaking out.
I was surprised, shocked, and very pleased.
Yes. Yeah. You were just like...
I had no idea that this was coming to town.
Yeah. So tell me.
All right,
what were you so shocked about?
Well, it was the first...
Give me some history.
Basically, the place is called Cafe Intermezzo.
Okay.
And it's a coffee house. And European-style coffee house. And my first experience there was some 20 years ago in Atlanta. They've been open for about 40 years there.
40 years.
40 years.
Wow.
And that's before...
Coffee shop.
Coffee house.
Coffee. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm
stop
degrading.
Calling it a coffee shop. Yes, you are. Yes. So they've been around for that long, but that's way before the whole Starbucks boom, all that.
Sure.
Correct?
Yeah.
You agree?
Oh, yeah,
okay,
sure.
Way before. So that was my first experience with I was a tea drinker back then. I drank tea. So I remember it was in sometime in the 90s in Atlanta. I'd go there to buy records and what have you. And I lived there briefly for a while, but I remember it's going, and it was a great experience. We were going to have some tea and some dessert or whatever. They have a dessert case. They always have some type of cake or whatever. They give you a tour of the dessert case. It's that nice. But they have teas and coffees and what have you. And this all came about, the original one in Atlanta, and I think this is the first one outside of Atlanta also, that they've opened, and it's just located downtown, around the corner from.
It's 205 to Munbreen Street.
Yeah, just downtown.
Yeah,
it's around the corner from Bridgestone, the Symphony Center.
Is it standalone? Is it attached to a hotel, or is it?
It's attached to one of the high rises there.
Okay.
They're beginning to fill those buildings up
Sure.
on the bottom level there. Yeah. Like I said, it's a European-style coffee house, and what that is, it's a place, it says, as a respite in a person's day, a place to stop, relax, think, as an intermission between all of the activities and responsibilities. Now, whatever that means, I don't know. But I do know, when I was in Atlanta, I mean, we would either go out late at night, first thing in the morning, getting up. It was the perfect place for any time. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, late night. It's got all those things. Cocktails, if you just wanted a cup of coffee or a tea, it's the place to go. And they have just pages and pages as
options
far as,
of coffee,
their
tea,
beverage menu.
drink,
it's just like pages and pages of selections, whether it's a cocktail, whether it's coffee or whatever. And I'm rambling. But
so that was really your first coffee, real coffee experience.
It was I was a tea drinker then. It was my first real tea experience, and they had pages of teas. So they bring out your own little teapot and the whole deal. So it was like real legit tea.
Yeah.
And this time I actually had a coffee, and it was fantastic.
So any major differences between the one here or the versus the one in Atlanta?
Not at all. It felt like the place had been there for a while. I mean, you go in, it's all like wood, dark wood, grain. I mean, it's really, it's like very warm and inviting. Okay. And it may seem a little
dated,
hoity-toity.
Oh, okay. Bougie?
Bougie, exactly. But it's not that. I mean, it feels that way, but just sit down and order something. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a great place.
Yeah, but they specialize in good baked goods.
They specialize in everything. They have a full menu. You can get breakfast, lunch, dinner. Okay. And they have everything. Yeah. So, I mean, they have everything. So, yeah.
What would draw somebody there versus, I don't know, barista? Is it just a totally different vibe?
It's not. Right? It's, I mean, it's like I said, it's a great place to have dinner before the show, after the show, or bite to eat, or breakfast, or what have you. I mean, like I said, they have quite a selection of items. I mean, they have charcuterie platters, they have sandwiches. I like the crepes. I think they're pretty good. And then, like I said, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I mean, they have the whole option. They also used to have this really, I think it was, they had this really amazing pasta dish back in the day too. That was a bit spicy. That was really good. But nice. But I recommend it. I mean, it's been around for quite a while, and it's well worth the trip. Yeah.
But it's only been around briefly here in Nashville.
It opened up just a handful of weeks ago.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I will go check it out, but and give you my take on it.
Well, let me know. Let me know what you think.
Great. So moving on, a little while back, we went and had lunch at a place in Germantown, which has been around for a little while, called Butchertown Hall, which I don't think we've mentioned before. And you went there when it first opened, right?
Yeah, I was there the day after they opened, and I believe it was the day after Valentine's Day.
And it's been around, 2-3 years?
That's a good question. I think it was, might have been a couple of years ago. Yeah. I think it's been around 2 or 3 years. I'm drawing a blank, but I was there.
It's not a brand new restaurant, but it's
in Germantown. It's a good place. Yeah. It's kind of like it's meat heavy.
Yeah, it's very like when you walk in, and the entrance is kind of around the side. You see a big fire burning stove, and it's very You smell the smoke coming from the oven. Or stove, I guess, which where they obviously cook all the meats and whatever else they are cooking at the moment. But when you say meat heavy, it's a lot of barbecue.
Yeah, brisket
style.
Yeah, that is it exactly. It's got brisket.
Yeah, sure. So
drawing a blank.
When we went there for lunch, and they have some really good taco options. And I had an really, really good taco. Actually, I had a couple different tacos. That was probably my highlight, was the pork taco that I had there. In terms of the vibe of the place, would you say it's a back patio?
No, I mean, the patio they do have a patio on the side there that's open. And I've not actually been on the patio. I mean, when you walk up, there's an area, there's seating area outside. But inside, it's all subway tile, and it's really nice. They have a bar around the corner. The bar is really nice as well, too. Great cocktails, great drink program, and a few beers on tap also. Do you remember that beer we had? There was a sour that I had there that was really good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was the bartender recommended it, I believe, and he was spot on. Anyway, just wanted to quickly mention Butchertown because it's a great place. I really enjoyed it.
It's been around for a minute. It's located in Germantown. It's always a good place to go. I mean, I've been there for lunch, dinner. It'd be kind of busy. And the thing is you can go with several people and you kind of get a side and share the sides. I mean, they've got some really interesting sides. But the platter, you can get like a platter of meats. I mean, it's smoked meats, barbecue, grill things, you know. They've got quite a selection.
So if you like the meats, and you want to try out some stuff, go to Butchertown.
Dude, did you take your wife out for dinner again?
Maybe.
Awesome.
Maybe that's a good thing to do.
That's a great thing to do. Happy wife, happy life, they say.
That's right. That's right.
So where might that have been?
So we've sort of mentioned this place before, and you've really mentioned eating there at the bar, and we're talking about 404 Kitchen. The name of the bar is called Gertie's Bar. It is downstairs. When you walk in, it's 2-level. To the left is the bar. What are you laughing about?
No, dude. Tell me about the restaurant, man.
I'm trying to set it up.
Dude, I know.
Come on.
No, but I haven't eaten upstairs yet. That's why I'm so excited. I mean, I'm like, you go in, you got the bar on the left, you got patio seating outside, but it's about the food, and Matt did it.
Yeah. So, all right. So we went to 404. We went to the actual restaurant upstairs.
Yeah.
Very nice. And yeah, so it was great. You know, you're greeted downstairs. By a lovely person that says, all right, I'll let them know upstairs. And then they say, go upstairs. Somebody will meet you up at the top of the stairs to take you to your table. And we sat down and immediately were greeted by the person who's going to be taking care of us that evening. And they were great. One thing they are known for is their whiskeys. They have a huge whiskey menu, and they have a really good cocktail program. That's just standard now, it seems like, with a lot of these places. I mean, you have to. There's no choice in that, you know. Their menu's not huge. You have decent appetizer, starter menu, entrees, and then your drink menu. So we had a couple of drinks, and one of the things that stood out in terms of food for me, and again, their food, like their menu, like almost everybody else of this stature, changes fairly regularly. And we had the scallop toast, which was amazing. I mean, the flavors in it really, everything was separate but worked well together. They're also known for their meat in the sense that you can have on their menu option. One of the menu options is like I think a steak for two, which is, you know, as you can imagine, a little pricey. I did have the steak, just the regular filet for one. My wife, she had a fish, and both were great. You know, it was really, really good. My steak was cooked exactly how I asked it to be cooked. And the fish, I tried her fish, and it was excellent. Overall, a really, really good experience. So, you know, 404 has a certain level. You know, I mean, I don't know if you have these new restaurants like Husk and 404, and I don't know, maybe tell me some others that are maybe at this level.
City House, Roth and Daughters.
Yes. Yeah. All those. Okay. How do I say this? So it was really, really good. But having gone to Bastion a couple of weeks prior, and there not being that much difference in cost, to me, I think I would just go to Bastion again and again.
So you're saying
so 404 was great. No, 404. It's just
what did it feel like? You know,
I mean, the place is great. I mean, it's really cool layout. Everybody was, the people that we dealt with in terms of serving us were great. But when I got the bill, it was what it was, which was not cheap, and I felt like it was a little bit more than what I got in terms of the cost.
I see.
But maybe that's the new standard. That's what I'm saying with often dollars. There's a certain price point for these restaurants.
But there are other things that go along with that, and you didn't feel that. That's what I'm getting. Because, like I said, for my money, go downstairs, 2 burgers, a couple glasses of wine, a couple of beers, $130. Oh, and also some chocolate cake, $130.
Yeah.
Now, in my mind, I mean, from where I'm coming from, that's fairly expensive.
Yeah.
But hands down, the best burger in town and a great experience there.
Right.
I was at the bar. Every time I've been at the bar, it's been amazing. And we're talking like they're talking you into a couple of fingers of Weller, which you weren't planning to do from their whiskey
from their
selection.
huge list.
Yeah. I mean,
options
72, 100, whatever. I mean, and it was an overall great experience. So I think that has a lot to do with what's going on, and what you're getting is the overall experience. It's not just the place or the food or what have you. Of course, it's a destination you want to go to because the food's great. And
it is.
If you look at anything, for a lot of other folks' money, it's one of the best places to go to.
Yeah, it gets mentioned all the time as being one of the best places.
And the thing that's so interesting, it started in a tiny little shipping container, and then it moved across the street to the big venue that it's in now.
Right. It's come a long way.
I ate there a few years ago before a show when it was only like, I think it maybe sat 22 people.
Oh, wow.
And it was amazing. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what I had. I feel like I had some type of rabbit dish, and it was just like a great evening. Yeah. And again, it was the service. It was the place. The place was tiny. It was that feel. And I don't know if maybe a bigger venue, serving more people or what have you, they may lose a little bit of that because it was all about the staff. That's the reason why I made my way over to the bar to try that burgers, because where they were originally located, Image Square, the pizza joint, still kind of loosely connected to them. And someone who actually worked at 404 Kitchen was working there during lunch.
Okay.
And I'm at the bar. They're telling me about the restaurant. And by the way, they only make 10 burgers a day. And I'm like, what? Yeah, 404 Kitchen. I was like, well, it's on my list of places. Wait, I've actually eaten here. I was like, it's not on my list, but I want to go try the new place. Right. So
I guess what I'm saying
I had a totally different experience.
Is like food was great. It was really, really good. I will probably go back there, but there are other places that we have previously just talked about that I haven't been to that I will go try out first.
What you're saying is right now we got Bastion. They are the champ.
Yeah.
So other contenders are welcome to walk up. But
and the thing is, it's a different experience.
Able to compete with it.
It is. I mean, Bastion is its own thing. It is its own experience in terms of what they give you for options, the way it's laid out in the 5 courses and all that.
I think I said it in the past. It's a marker.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the
not every place
measure up to
and
this.
Not every place is going to be able to do that, and they shouldn't have to.
No, there should be variety. I mean,
right. But that being said, I just am saying, like, okay, so we talked about Margot a while back. If we're comparing restaurants, which I don't like to do, but
that's not what we do here. We do that. You're doing it.
That's exactly what this podcast
you are
is
doing
about.
Exactly. Don't tell them what you're not going to do. Just do it.
404 versus Margot. I'm going to go back to Margot, and not necessarily because Margot was less in terms of cost, but it was a different experience. But on level of food, I thought it was pretty much close. I mean, I'm not going to say this dish because it's a meat dish is better than its fish dish, but for me, I'm going to go back to Margot before I go back to 404, most likely.
Well, I have one question for you. That's only one question to be answered.
What's
at
that?
This point? Is it or is it not the place?
It depends on who you ask.
Oh no, I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
Oh my God, you put me on the spot.
I did. I mean,
It was the place on that Saturday night, and when we were with friends, it was a great evening. It was a really good evening,
good,
and
good.
it looked like a lot of people were really enjoying themselves there, and we enjoyed ourselves there, and it was really good food. I'm just saying,
dude, say it is not the place, but it is the place. Best burger, drinks, go do it. I'm saying it.
Yeah.
But that's why everyone's here. They want to know if it's the place or not.
Sure,
But
sure.
you're just saying with that particular evening. Well, there you have it.
And so we'll just have to stay tuned to some of these other places we're going to go to and see if there's any, what we can say about them.
Currently, right now, we have the champ, Bastion.
Yeah.
All other contenders step up. We're going to see how this goes.
Yeah.
And I think, and I'm just saying, we'll see how it goes. You've got a somewhere to start.
Right. And, I'm not knocking 404 in any way.
Yeah. There's nothing
I'm
else
just
to
being
say.
honest. Yeah. Okay.
That's what we're here for. We want your honesty. Either it is or isn't. And there you go.
Okay.
But absolutely, they have the best burger in town, folks. So go to the bar. Good luck getting one.
Yeah.
Good luck getting one of the 10 that they make every day. Because they're busy upstairs in the kitchen doing all the other great stuff.
Right. I do want to mention that we had talked about their whiskey selection. They also do have, which does interest me, they do have now a members whiskey
club.
That's
strong. That's strong.
Gertie's Bar does. So I don't know a lot about the membership, but I do know
find out,
they
folks,
have cocktail classes, whiskey classes, or holiday parties you can attend. And I don't know what the price is. I'm
go check
sure
it
it's
out.
Exclusive, but if anybody is a really good whiskey connoisseur, I would definitely tell you that is the place. Go to Gertie's Bar and check it out, or get on the website and check it out. So anyway,
all right. Well, I think that wraps up another episode.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be hitting another dive bar here soon.
Neighborhood bar?
Oh, I'm sorry. Neighborhood bars.
Okay.
Several neighborhood bars. We'll have to see which location, which part of town. But until then, remember, eat up, drink up, and if anybody asks, this is the place you want to be. We'll see you next time. Bye.
It's all meat. It's meat, and meat, dude. It's just meat.
We can talk about it.
Texas style barbecue joint. When? Another episode?
No.
Okay. All right.